Hi everyone, it's Andy from Hobby Headquarters, and many of you may have watched me build the DOSWorks 16 scale Sd.Kfz.251, and this is it right here. Absolutely stunning looking kit, beautiful, full interior. Well, one big thing that was missing on this kit was figures and accessories, which Soul Models has just produced a whole line of aftermarket parts that you can add on to this, as well as figures. And I'm going to take you over to the bench right now and show you what those look like. So, let's get started. Okay guys, this is not going to be too long of a video, but I got these in and I was very excited to share those with these items with you. These are all brand new items that are designed for the 16 scale Sd.Kfz.251. Now in this case, I've got my 251 from DOSWorks, an absolutely stunning kit, full interior, just a beautiful kit all the way around. But for all the guys who want to add all kinds of aftermarket accessories or figures, they are all starting to roll out right now. So you can see we've got a variety of different figures that go inside. We've got, start off with, this guy's really cool. Here's an MG42 front gunner. He's designed to fit right inside the front of the vehicle there, mounting the MG. We also have our German officer, which if kind of tell, he's got the MG, so he'd be standing right next to the guy, you know, barking out orders. They also make a MG42 gunner for the rear, which on mine, I never put the actual mount on there, but that's easy to change. And these guys actually come with the MG42 mounted into their hand. So it's a couple separate pieces, especially it's a little probably easier to see on this guy. This guy's got the buttstock actually mounted into his shoulder there. This is something very unusual that I actually had never heard of before until they decided to come out with this. And this is snowshoes for the 251. So this would be a little trough thing that they would mount on the bottom of the front wheel, and it would help it push through the snow a little bit easier. And then the two really cool things that I think are gonna just go crazy for, the weighted front tires, because everybody's always asking about weighted front tires, and then a spare tire and wheel set. And the spare tire and wheel is really cool because I did put an extra road wheel, one of these, on the inside there, and there's one actually hanging on the other side of the vehicle. But this is cool too because this has got your spare tire, but with the bolts out of it. So even if you had an extra kit tire, it doesn't look right because you've got the bolts on there, and the bolts wouldn't be on it if it's just sitting on the side of the vehicle. This gives it that appearance. Plus we actually have an extra wheel that you can just throw up on there. So just all kinds of extra accessories. And then of course the weighted ones, which I can actually just open these up, show you. They're in a baggie here, but you'll get the general idea. We've got the Continental stamped into it. And down here on the bottom, there's the bulge from the weight. So the guys who don't want to use the rubber tires, there is a set of resin ones out. Very, very simple and nice looking. And then we've got one other gunner here. This guy could be inside the actual cab of the vehicle, or I kind of picture this one standing on the outside of the vehicle if you're doing a diorama, standing next to it. He's got an MG34, or he's just a good standalone figure. He can be with actually any 16 scale stuff all the way around. And we've got our MG42. They've gone ahead and printed, 3D printed, which I've got one out of its box right here. Look at that. Look at the strap. All of the fine detail that has gone into that gun. This is where I think 3D printing really excels. It gets some super detail on some tiny items like this. Very, very good to have. And the last kit that I had off camera is a complete detail upset for the 251. Now, it has a lot of the parts that I just showed you. So we've got our spare tire here, the spare wheel on the other side, plus it's got jerry cans, and I'll kind of show you a zoom in here of the side art right here. We've got our MG42s, so the 3D printed ones you just saw, plus SS jerry cans, some sandbags, a few tarps rolled up, as well as some other detail stuff, which, let's crack this open. I haven't actually cracked this one open yet to show you what's inside. So you get a big bag of 3D printed parts. So lots of ammo cans, machine gun belts, all that kind of stuff. I'm not opening this one right here because I know I'll lose half the parts if I do that, but this gives you a kind of an idea. I just showed you the MG42s, so you actually get 2 of those in there, and then you get a couple of 3D printed 98K rifles, and then all the other stuff. And then here is the spare wheel, the jerry cans with the SS lightning bolts on it, and then, like I was telling you, tarps, spare wheel, some stick grenades, canister for it, stuff like that. So this is also available, and this will work on both the obviously the DOS Work kit as well as the trumpeter kit as well. Okay, what I did here was I took 2 of the figures. First of all, the MG42 front gunner, as well as the World War II German officer. And I put them together, built them up, and put them inside there. On the MG gunner, I left his arms off because the actual kit comes with the MG42. My kit has already got my MG42 mounted into place. So if you notice right here, I'll pull him out and let you see carefully without breaking the gun off, because the butt of the MG42 fits into his arm there, and that's how this piece will go. So if I get this just right, you can see it'll drop into place just like that. So when you get the figure, oops, there, just like that, it'll drop into place. And the 3D printed MG42 has his other hand on there. But just because I wanted to just show you how they look inside the actual vehicle, I just slid the butt in there, and yes, he doesn't have his other arm on there, but it gives you a general idea of how the figure would look inside there. Kind of cool looking. And then with the officer yelling, and then there of course is the other MG42 gunner for the rear, that if you wanted to put him in there into the back. I didn't ever put my other stand in the back there, so it was really not worth setting up that right now, but looks great. I mean, the action pose in each one of them there. And then of course you can, he is standing perfectly flat on the floor of it, so that's how high he would be inside here. And then of course, if you put sandbags or boxes or anything else or cargo stuff all around him, kind of shield the commander and the gunner right there. Well, since I actually took the time to put him together, I thought I would show you a close-up of the entire body. You saw what he looked like inside the actual vehicle. Man, I have to say that face is very, very nice looking. And he's got this little flap right here. This is what rests on top of the actual deck of the 251, right next to the gunner. Really cool looking. And since we're talking about that, let's show the gunner too. Remember, he does not have his arm in. Now, I also want to show you a few other new resin figure sets that just came out from Seoul. I don't have them right here in front of me, or I'd crack them open, but they did show up at my warehouse, and that's on the other side of town. But I can show you some pictures of what they look like. And yes, these are 16 scale bogies for my Achilles kit. I am working on the Achilles and getting that done. I should have a build video out on that fairly soon. Got all those done. The tracks are almost done, so working hard on that. But now we're going to talk about the 16 scale Desert Raiders. And here we are. Here is a really cool set. This is a complete set of 4 Desert Raiders for the 16 scale Tacom Jeep. I have to say, the Desert Raider driver is one that has already come out, and he is probably the best-selling resin figure that I think we've had on our website. We have sold him over and over and over and over again because he's just such a cool-looking figure. So what Soul Models did is they decided to create an entire crew. Now, each one of these individual figures is available separately or as a 4-pack. In fact, if you look closely at it here, we've got the guy in the passenger seat. He's even got a little monkey on his shoulder. Plus you've got the MG gunner for the rear, and then like an officer standing off to the side, getting directions or something. He's got his cool sandals on and shorts and all that stuff. And of course, all their scruffy beards and their there are other items like that you imagine on the Desert Raiders. Now, the Desert Raiders set also is available as accessories too, where you have the jerry cans, the machine guns, all that kind of stuff. In fact, Soul Models makes quite a few aftermarket sets to put onto your Jeep to turn it into that. But now that they've come out with this 4-pack, or if you just want even 1 or 2 of the figures too, it'd be cool just to have the driver and the passenger on the side, you know, ready to take control of those Vickers machine guns, or even just a guy in the back. So all of these are available right now too. They did just show up in our warehouse, so they are available for sale on our website, andyshhq.com, and they are really cool. And I know these are going to be hot sellers, just based on the fact that the original sets and that figure sold extremely well. And real quick too, one other new set that has come out from Soul Models. This is the 105mm howitzer turret for the M4A3. So this, using a little bit of my parts like the hatch, 2 hatches, is a brand new turret with the 105mm gun that'll fit right on the Andy's Hobby headquarters Sherman. So if you want to do a 105, you know, the howitzer version, you can do it with this kit. And I'm going to give you a couple pictures of what comes inside the kit right now to show you. Like I said, you do need the Andy's Hobby headquarters Sherman, either the Korean or the earlier World War II one, for the base. But once you have that, you can put this on and turn it into the howitzer version.